Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to the BFFs podcast. Make sure you guys tap that bell, subscribe, and like the video.
Yes.
I guess I kind of took it all, didn't I?
You did. Well, let's get into the episode.
Let's go.
Welcome back to BFFs. Where the hell are you?
I'm at the White Lotus Hotel.
Very fitting. Oh my god, my
Very
voice
fitting.
just cracked.
It did. That was embarrassing.
I think we have to start over.
Yeah, no, let's just do that all again.
Let's do that all again. Crazy.
That was bad.
That was bad. Okay. All right.
Start at square one. Ready? We'll pretend that didn't happen. Go.
Okay. Welcome back to BFFs. Where the hell are you?
Ooh. Oh, I'm at the White Lotus.
Okay. Where? Actually, where is it? Which one are you at?
I'm in Thousand Oaks right now. So it's out of Four Seasons in Thousand Oaks. They've like completely changed this hotel. I mean, like down to like the littlest thing, like the Wi-Fi network is called like the White Lotus now. So everything here has been completely changed to the White Lotus, from like bathrobes to like signs when you get in. It is a full-blown event. They got like mixology courses, like you learn how to cook some like Thailand dinners. It's full blown.
Wait, what? How long have you been here?
I got here yesterday, and then we're here today, and then tomorrow is the end of the event.
Oh, so you're really popping. You're living the White Lotus life. Is anyone getting shot? Are you jacking? Is your brother there? We jacking
Well,
him
tomorrow. Okay, no. Disgusting.
Just wondering.
I did run into Patrick though.
No way.
Yeah. We talked in the hallway for like a brief moment. He was like, "Oh, I don't think we've ever like talked in person before, but it's good to see you." And I was like, "Good to see you." And that was the.
Wait, he said that to you?
Yeah, and then he was like, I was wearing a bathrobe because I was cold.
In the hallway?
I was cold. Yeah. I went to the full moon party in a bathrobe because I had forgotten to pack like a hoodie, and all I had was linen. And it was just kind of chilly out yesterday. So I went into the room and grabbed a bathrobe. And then when I was coming back into the party, that's when we ran into each other. So they also were like, "I like the bathrobe." And I was like, "Thank you. It was cold outside." And they're like, "I mean, I think that's a great move. It's got the White Lotus branding. It's not like the hotel's going to use those bathrobes again. Might as well take it." So that was the conversation.
Okay, fashion killer. What was the full moon party like? Was it fun? I'm so interested in this because obviously, did you watch the finale?
Yeah, so we did a live watch of the finale yesterday with the cast.
What?
So so like the cast was there, and then after the finale, they went on stage, did like a little Q&A for about an hour. It was pretty awesome.
Okay, so since the last time we talked, you got fully caught up, and and now you watched the finale.
Yeah. So I've watched all 3 seasons of White Lotus now. Me and Gabby went on a binge and pretty much finished it in a week.
Okay. You guys must have like bed sores from that.
A little bit. It's a lot. It's been a lot of like catching up when we've been apart on like plane rides too, and like texting each other about the updates of the show. So, but we got caught up.
Okay. All right. What are your thoughts? What did you feel about the finale? I'm seeing mixed reviews. It must be hard for you to be like when you're watching it with the cast. If you don't like something, you're like, "What the fuck is that?" You can't really say that out loud.
Yeah. No. As you can tell, I'm going to keep clearing my throat in this podcast because maybe I had one too many drinks yesterday.
Yeah,
I
I'm
enjoyed
feeling
it.
Pretty sick too.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a cool last episode. I saw a lot of people were upset because like, Chelsea died and they were like, "What the heck?" She was like the beacon of hope in the season, and then she dies. And like, "Oh, now we don't know what's going to go on with the family when they go home. Like we're kind of left." But I think that's kind of the whole point of the season. To me, it kind of seems like there's almost commentary on like money wins, like it's a shitty situation, but a lot of the time like money wins. Money won over Melinda. That's the name of the masseuse, right?
Yeah, Belinda,
thank you. So money won over her, right? She kind of became Jennifer Coolidge at the end with the last scene. She pretty much had the exact same conversation with the guy that she wanted to start the business with that Jennifer Coolidge did with her at the start of season 1, right?
I was upset. I was so upset that she took the money. I really
thought
she had
I wanted
a
her
good
to take
set
the
of
$5
morals.
million. I wanted her to take the $5 million. I was like, hell yeah, take the $5 million. Who cares? Like,
there's blood
Jennifer
money. Your
Coolidge,
friend got murdered.
she's
by
dead
him.
now. There's nothing you can do. She's already dead. Might as well take the $5 million.
And still rat him out.
Yeah. I mean, the banks would probably seize your money if you got paid $5 million and then ratted them out still. So you probably would have to live with it, which that's something. But I mean, it's not like her and Jennifer Coolidge were like these lifelong friends. Jennifer Coolidge kind of fucked her over. She was like, oh, I'm going to give you this business and give you all this stuff. And then she dipped. So then she kind of does the same thing. So again, like money wins. And then you have like the family where, you know, money is almost like controlling their entire life. Like, do we think they're going to be like broke still? Do we think they're just going to go back and still be fine because they have all this money? It's kind of like, to me, it seems like it's a little bit like left up to the viewer. But there's just, you see like Gary at the end still just winning. He's still just kind of winning life. He's at his like big villa in so
yeah.
I kind of
but then it was like opposite too, because with the Ratcliffe family, or the Ratcliffe family, when Lachlan died and he like came back to life, I feel like Dad finally was like, oh my God, money doesn't fucking matter. All I care about is family. And now everything's going to be okay because family's all that matters. So it was like the good and the evil. But Dad, oh, dude, when he almost killed his whole fucking family and then was just going to let Lachlan just watch them all die and just be on his own.
Drinking on a Coke. Just like sipping on a Coca-Cola, watching his whole family
crazy. Die. If you're gonna murder them, you gotta murder them all. I mean, you can't just leave. That's so more fucked up. To like, kill him.
Yeah, no. It was, it was wild. It was wild, but it was a hilarious scene.
It was hilarious when he smashes the pina colada out.
Yeah, and he's like, the coconut milk's bad. Like that, I was laughing. And when like the girl's having her fit, when she's like, I just think I'm a spoiled rich girl, and she's like, she's so sad for like that. That was cracking me up. No, I thought it was a dark scene, but they made it funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was insane. And then in the morning, I feel like the ending was really predictable. Like a lot of people, I already saw these theories before, like 3 episodes ago about the whole ending, but it was still good. When he woke up though, Lachlan, and he just used the dirty blender. To me, I'm a girl. I don't think anyone would ever do that. And then all my responses were like, you really underestimate a teenage boy. Like, they're disgusting and they would never clean a blender.
See, I got to disagree. Maybe other teenage boys. Me personally, I'm not using a dirty blender ever. That's
right?
disgusting. That is disgusting. That was my one thing where I was like, this is like, a hole in the plot to me. I was like, there's no way. I'm not walking into a room being like, oh, look at all this crusty day-old debris in the blender. Might as well just throw in some water to loosen it up. And also,
the one that they all freaked out about how bad it tasted, and it was spoiled coconut milk. And then he's just like, I'm going to use this. And it was a hole in the plot because Lachlan, so not like that. Clean cut, good guy, not gross. Well, little gross, jerks his brother off, but he's just a
little gross there. He's a people pleaser.
He's a people pleaser.
Just a people pleaser.
And a family full of narcissists.
Yeah. You can't hold that against him.
No.
But no, it was funny, and like watching the cast like crack a couple of those jokes every once in a while too. In like the setting, like if they're like making fun of Lachlan and Patrick and like that whole thing that goes down, it was pretty funny to see. But I think the dad was the only one that found enlightenment on the trip. I
agree.
That's how I took it. Like that last shot, it's you know, it's at the dad. It's like that beautiful shot of the water kind of and everything. Like to me, he's the only one on that entire trip that went there and actually found enlightenment. Because I don't think Belinda did. I think she ended up taking money. I don't think that's enlightenment.
Yeah, she like reversed it almost.
Yeah. So I think the only person that did was really the dad.
Yeah, and also at the one scene that I loved when all of like the middle-aged women, the dinner scene at the last episode, I don't know why it made me sob. I was like, this is girlhood. And they just realized, I feel like they all realized no matter what, that they love each other and friendship is really important. So even though Carrie was like, I'm so sad, I'm just like terribly sad, they were like, I love you guys and this is all that matters. So maybe they found enlightenment in a different way.
Yeah. To me, it felt like almost this like cycle with them. Yeah. It just felt like this is like a cycle. And like, it's like, okay, we see like a real moment and now it's probably just going to go back to the same thing. Like that's how I felt. But those girls were entertaining to watch. The conversations of those 3 girls, it was gripping. And they didn't really talk about anything.
I know. That's the thing. This is where I go back and forth with White Lotus because everything is so mundane. until like the last episode. It's like very much you're like a fly on the wall watching people's lives, which is like what it's intended to be.
Yep.
And I'm like, is this boring or is it just really good because we're still all hooked? I don't know.
I think that's like the power of Mike White, though. I think that's his directing and writing more than anything else. You know, like he does have that ability to keep you hooked no matter what the content or like what you're consuming is. He's gonna find a way to make you hooked. And like the music, like all the songs that they're laying down and like everything to like kind of keep you anxious and like want to know what's about to happen next. Like they just do an incredible job of all of that. So it's I'm glad I got put onto the show. I'm glad I got put on.
I know Mike White's writing is crazy. Okay, since I don't really I mean I do remember, but you just recently watched all of the seasons. So give us your honest ranking of the seasons.
Yeah. I think this is gonna sound crazy probably. I go season number 3 first.
Okay.
Season number 3 is my favorite, and then I'm gonna go season number 1 at 2 and season number 2 at 3.
Really?
Yeah. I know that's probably gonna be a controversial listing, but that's my order.
Okay. I think
I just got so, I don't know. I think there was a lot of times during the second season when it was just like I was just finding myself like angry at all the characters.
Yeah, it definitely it made you really angry or like agitated. It's like I want to shut this off. Like why are you doing that?
There wasn't enough like of like to me I didn't get in like the Ratcliffe family, like they had me laughing even when it was like dark or weird or something like in that lane, right? Like there was still something pulling me in. There was a lot of the stuff with like Theo James and that group of people that I was just like, this is like, I just can't. I'm just getting
angry.
Mad. I'm just mad. I'm just sitting here angry this whole time. All of them kind of suck. They all suck.
Yeah. It was a hot cast though. That was the hottest cast ever. Oh my God.
Yeah. And I guess, you know, you're kind of following through like Aubrey Plaza, if any of them is like the one that's like, okay, you know, I see her side a little bit, like, but still it was just like, oh gosh, this just seems awful. This just seems awful.
I think that season 2 is my favorite, then season 3, and then season 1.
Okay.
Yeah. White Lotus. I'm excited for the next season. Oh, you should try to get cast. You know, my friend, he was supposed to be, what's his name? Patrick.
Oh,
and he literally, like, he was this close, and then obviously Patrick swooped in and got it because he's Patrick. But
and Patrick also did an incredible job.
Oh, he was incredible. I don't think anyone I do think my friend could have played that role just as good, but he definitely crushed it. You should try to sneak your way into White Lotus season 4.
Right. Yeah. I'll try to sneak my way in.
Yeah.
Get the invite. Then I'll just be mysteriously gone for like 6 to 7 months with no explanation because they don't let you talk about who's going to be on.
Yeah, that's very true. But you could wow. We could have we could have Gabby fill in for you on BFFs while you're gone. Yeah.
Okay.
Did Gabby, last question about White Lotus. Did Gabby like the finale?
Yeah, she definitely liked it. She's so like, I love watching her at these events and like at these different, I guess like experiences that we'll get to go to, because not that I like this about myself, but I think because I've been doing a lot of these events since like 14 years old, like since I've started doing social media, I've went to these events. There's just a part of it that naturally becomes like
normal for you.
Normal, yeah. And I hate saying that. Because I'm still so grateful to get to do these things, and they're always so much fun, and it's like I love it. I enjoy it. But like now I'm getting to enjoy it through watching Gabby enjoy these things, because like her excitement or like happiness about it is so like fresh. I don't even know how to describe
it's
it.
Like,
you know what I mean?
It's
like
more
it's this
new to her.
It's so cool to see, and it makes me enjoy it so much more because, you know, she's like looking up and like staring over heads to be able to like watch the cast answer questions. She's laughing. She's like having such a good time, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, I would not be like cranking my neck up to be able to, you know what I mean? There's just like a different energy there that's so fun to watch. So it's she's loved this little White Lotus experience.
I know she was obsessed with it, so I needed to know if she liked the finale. Well, that's adorable.
Yeah,
I'm glad Gabby
had
a blast. And it's like when you like Christmas kind of loses its magic, but then when you have kids in your family again and you get to watch them do it, it's like, oh my gosh, not that Gabby's a kid, but it's like new excitement for her.
Yeah, 100%. It is exactly like that.
Well, White Lotus, I want to everyone tell us your thoughts in the comments. I want to know if you hated it or loved it or what you didn't like about the finale. All right, guys, quick commercial break. So you ask, Ghost listens. They always do. Straw Bango is here to stay permanently and now sold exclusively at Circle K. Ghost Energy, talk about it all the time. Literally the best. So many flavors. There's we got pink lemonade, we got blue raspberry Sour Patch Kid, we got tropical mango, straw bango, which is now here to stay, grape. There's a flavor for everyone, and the flavors are identical to what they say they are. It's 200 milligrams of natural caffeine, so you don't feel all shaky and crazy. Not gonna give you a heart attack. Gonna make you feel good. Gonna make you feel focused. No artificial flavoring, and they're like good for you. It doesn't make sense because it tastes exactly like a sweet treat, but it is what it is, and it's amazing. Like I said, 0 sugars, no artificial flavors, and they're fully transparent. So the label tells you exactly what you're drinking, and it's now sold nationwide at Circle K stores. And it's here to stay. So go try Straw Bango or any flavor really, because they're all incredible. Let's get back to the episode. Drama. It's drama time. Alix Earle drama again.
Ooh, okay.
And Camilla, I don't really know much about this, so this should be interesting. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know anything about the drama. So let's get into it.
All right. OnlyFans creator and podcaster Camilla Araujo. How do you say it? Araujo. Camilla. Let's just say Camilla. Posted a video following Ultra with the title Never Meet Your Idols, where she tells a story of meeting her favorite influencer, alleged to be Alix Earle, at Ultra in Miami, inviting her to her table in VIP and offering her a shot. Camilla claims that the influencer declined the invitation and said she was going to meet up with her friends in GA. Camilla said that she felt very dismissed. Camilla then goes on to say that she never does that to her fans and she's always overly nice, ending the video with "Don't meet your idols except me." Her video has 10.5 million views. Alix started getting a bunch of comments on her own videos telling her to address Camilla's video. Alix commented on Camilla's video saying, "Hi, I just DM'd you. If this is about me, I would never be outright rude or dismissive to someone. Want to figure this out." Alix has not made a video addressing the situation, but did reply to comments in her own comment section saying she would never be rude to people. Some people say that Alix may not want to be associated with Camilla, who is in the Bob house. Others say Alix doesn't owe it to anybody to just do shots with them and hang out with people she doesn't know, while some people are taking Camilla's side, saying that it wasn't okay that Alix denied a shot and invitation.
Well, this is kind of stupid.
Yeah, I think people are going to be mad at my take. What's your take?
I think that you don't need to take a shot with somebody if you don't want to take a shot with somebody.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm wondering if this was like a joke post. I'm wondering if this was like a joke post by Camilla.
It wasn't a joke post, but she.
All right.
I mean, it's clearly for attention, for like views and likes and stuff. But like if someone comes up to you that you don't really know, and Alix was probably, if it is about Alix, she probably just like was nice, said hi, but she's at Ultra with her friends, wants to go down to GA, hang out with her friends. Like, she doesn't owe it to someone that she doesn't know to stay up and
100%.
hang out with you and take shots with you. That to me is like, it should be reversed. It's like, why are you entitled to that?
To get a shot with her.
Yeah.
100%. No, I fully
it's
agree
so
with
stupid.
you.
And then to send hate her way, that just like is weird.
Yeah, I don't, and it doesn't seem like she said like, "Oh, Alix blew me off" or answered me in a crazy way. She was like, "Oh no, my friends are here. I'm gonna go down to GA and drink with my friends."
Yeah.
That's like a super normal.
Makes sense.
That's like a very normal response.
Yeah, people just take things way out of. Not even that Camilla did, but like all the comments clearly, like it has 10.8 million views. Everyone just like wants someone to be a villain and took it and ran with it.
Yeah,
lame.
Seems lame to me too. I saw, and I guess I didn't really help backing it up with that last one, but I saw a comment that had said like, Josh is always so negative about all of his takes. That's the kettle call, or the whatever, black calling the kettle black. What is that saying again? That can't be it.
The pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah, the pot calling the kettle black. That's the
witch
one. That's what I was looking for.
Wait, is it?
The
pot calling the kettle black, right?
Yeah.
The kettle calling the pot black. Same shit. The pot calling the. You're calling shit. Yes.
You know the saying that I'm referring to, right?
Don't make mountains out of ant holes.
Molehills. I think it's molehills.
I think so.
Anyways,
You're negative.
I'm not even
Nancy.
trying to be negative. It's just I was gonna say.
I think we're trying to
it's
be
just,
positive. That's a positive take.
Also, like if we don't be negative though, then people are like, ugh,
Pussies.
they're just not saying anything.
Yeah.
Ugh. So, comments never can please them all.
Say, fuck y'all.
I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, sorry. What's next? The group chat. You know anything about this?
I've seen a couple of these videos. This is almost like White Lotus, but on TikTok.
Wait, so read it. Explain it. I don't really know this.
So the group chat, it's a girl that made a skit about a girls group chat where a girl, Haley, asked to bring her boyfriend Justin to a girls dinner, and the skit goes through the interactions of the girls group chat who don't want the boyfriend Justin to go to dinner. The girls are all calling each other and talking about each other in the group chat. It's like a massive series. There's a bunch of different videos that are like 1 to 2 minutes long, and they kind of just like very much feel to me like the 3 girls on White Lotus. Like
Okay.
It's all these girls that are like talking about this one girl trying to bring her boyfriend to this girl dinner, and then they're all like offlining and talking about it. Some of them are in person with each other, some of them aren't, like, and it's them like going through kind of this like very similar, like you're kind of on the edge because you don't know what's going to happen or who's going to say what next, and they're slowly getting a little bit more real and real and real, but then there's like underlying, oh, but like, you know, and I love you, and so it's just very like this like game that girls will play. So it is enticing. I think I've even watched like 2 or 3 of these videos just like without even meaning to, like just pops up in my For You
And
page.
you get
and
hooked.
I realized like halfway through the video, like, oh, I've watched a minute of this. Holy cow.
Wait,
but no,
that's
they're not bad.
so creative of this girl.
is.
That like
It
her
is.
idea? I feel like I've never heard of this before.
Yeah, and it's just a series called The Group Chat.
That
on
is
TikTok.
sick. Okay, if she were to recreate like another series of a group chat, who would you want her to make a group chat about, or like a scenario that
Like, what's the scenario?
Yeah.
What is?
Ooh, like maybe what I would want, throwback, like back to, I hate to bring it up, but it would be the juiciest group chat, like back to the emergency BFFs episode of like those texts between Mads and Nessa and Jaden. That would be, for Mads and Nessa, that would be that would be crazy. POV.
I was thinking more of like what's like a general like situation that goes on with like girls a lot, because I feel like that's one. You know what I mean? Like the girl that always tries to bring her boyfriend around. Like that is something that goes on. Like what is like another one of those tropes in girls groups that would be kind of exciting to see the text exchange of?
This kind of happened with a group of girls a couple weekends ago that I know. There's always like a girl in the group that goes for, it's literally just like White Lotus, but there's always a girl that will go for the guy that someone is so adamant about, that's like, I really like this guy, I want to hook up with them, and then that girl will be like, no, you should, and then fucking hooks up with them. And this happened 2 weeks ago in a friend group that I knew, and everyone found out besides the girl that liked the boy, and everyone was like offlining about, do we tell her, what do we do, because we love them both, we don't want to start a fight, we want to all stay in a friend group. There's always a girl that secretly hooks up with who you like in a friend group, and it's awful.
Yeah, that sounds terrible. That would be a good text exchange. That's very White Lotus. What about like a group of friends where one of the girls starts dating one of the other girls' like brothers?
Ooh, that's good.
Because I don't know how girls feel about that. I know guys, that's kind of a bro code rule. Like you don't really go for your friend's sister. That's kind of like a no-no. You know what I mean?
My best friend's brother is the one for me.
Is that the same for girls? Like, do girls care when, like, you know, like, oh, you're going to date my brother? Does that become a thing for them or no?
I think it's way more a bro code thing than a girl code thing.
That makes sense.
Like, my brother's dead, but if someone wanted to date him, it would be chill. Yeah, so for real, not a problem with me. But I mean, that's cool. Maybe we should do a group chat of our own. Scenario.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jeez. It's a good idea.
All right. Quick Glen Powell and Sydney Sweeny update. Glen Powell comments. Okay. People are freaking out about this. Glen Powell spoke up about the rumors regarding him and Sydney Sweeny, blaming the timing of the wedding with the news of her breakup causing the rumors between them. This is how he talks. Timing is everything in the world, isn't it? I mean, my sister and Sid are obviously great friends. It was a hell of a wedding. It was such fun. Rowdy wedding. The Powells know how to crank it up.
I believe everything Glen Powell says.
Yeah. I don't know if I believe everything he says, but
I do.
I don't know if they would publicly hop out together if they were actually together, but maybe they're reverse psychology. Yes.
That they could be. But I think he's telling the truth. I think they're just hanging out at a wedding. I'm going to believe him.
Yeah, I don't think she has time. She's literally does like a new movie every single day. I feel like she's always doing something. Yeah. My girl is working. My girl is cranking it up on the dance floor and on the screen.
No doubt she's working. Fyre Festival 2. Billy McFarland claims that Fyre Fest 2 will be happening in Playa del Carmen, hope I said that right, in Mexico, despite the Mexican government putting out the statement that says there is no existence of a registry nor plans that would indicate such an event taking place in this municipality. But then Fyre Fest put out a press release with the full timeline and receipts of their conversation with the government, proving that they have booked the festival. So we got a little beef between Fyre Fest and Mexico. But who knows? Maybe it'll happen. You know, if Fyre Fest happens, I think I want to go stream it.
I was going to say, I think we should go because it's going to be a shit show, and we should just show everyone that's going to be a
part
shit
of the
show.
shit.
Let's be a part of the shitstorm. That's hilarious to say we're having this festival, and then the whole country to come out and say, no, you're not.
Nah,
never heard of this.
Nah, never heard of you.
And then they're like,
Never
receipts? This is like TikTok drama.
Yeah, this is funny. That's a lot awesome.
If it is real, we should go, Josh.
100%. 100% we'll go.
When is it? I can't really read this email.
I'm trying to see if there was like a date on this.
April 4th is when they put out the statement, but I think it would be coming out. Maybe we'll be going this summer.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometime in June. All right.
See you guys at Fyre Fest.
See you guys at Fyre Fest.
Oh, it's Fyre. I always call it Fry Fest.
No, it's not about fries.
Okay. All right. Beatles Biopic cast revealed. Everyone's talking about this. The Beatles Biopic, which will be 4 individual movies, cast will be revealed. All 4 movies will come out in 2028. That's wild. It's 4 individual movies. But Paul McCartney is going to be Paul Mescal. Smash. John Lennon will be played by Harris Dickinson. Smash. George Harrison will be played by Joseph Quinn. Double smash. Ringo Starr will be played by Barry Keoghan. Pass.
All right. The drinking of cum in a bathwater doesn't do it for you?
I actually watched that last night, Saltburn. And it made me really freaked out.
Yeah, it's a freaky one.
Yeah, I totally forgot.
I didn't finish that one, I don't think.
Got a little grossed out.
I don't even know if that's what it was. I never had gotten to that part. I didn't get very far in the movie. I think I just fell asleep.
I fell asleep my first time watching it, so I had to rewatch last night.
Yeah. Uber Eats is always showing me new exclusive deals across my favorite food spots. Popeyes has a new lineup of bold pickle-flavored products. Popeyes pickle glazed bone-in, boneless wings, pickle glazed sandwich, pickle lemonade, and fried pickles. Flavor profiles include dill pickle, cayenne pepper, and Louisiana herbs and spices. Only Popeyes can put a twist on pickle products with an authentic Cajun flavor. Where my pickle people at? Grab Popeyes' new lineup of bold pickle-flavored products on Uber Eats. Try them all while they're there. Well, Jake Shane got cast in Hacks. Jake Shane announced in TikTok of him reacting to the news that he'll be casted in Hacks Season 4 on Max. So congrats to Jake Shane.
This is friggin' awesome. I don't know if you know, but Jake Shane is like the biggest Hacks fan. Loves Hacks so much. He's always wanted to act. He's like, well, he obviously acts a lot. He like does sketches and stuff and videos, but this is like his dream, and it's his favorite show. And he's like the most perfect fit because he's touring now. He's doing his comedy. I couldn't be more happy, and he's like the most deserving guy to get this opportunity. So let's fucking go, Jake. He's in like 3 episodes or 4 episodes.
Oh, wow. Congrats, Jake.
My boy's really out here crushing it. And our other boy is really out here crushing it too. Griffin, his horse.
Yeah. His horse is crushing it.
His horse is crushing it. He's going to the Kentucky Derby. Griffin shared on TikTok that his horse Sandman will be going to the Kentucky Derby after winning the Arkansas Derby with the prize of $1.5 million. Griffin is in a program called Stake in Stardom, a program where entertainers and influencers can purchase a stake in a horse and promote horse racers. Griffin is with West Point Thoroughbreds, where he owns Sandman.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So Dave always asks, like, he must just own like 1% of this horse. Do you know how much he actually owns off of it and how much money he makes off of it if the horse Sandman wins?
I don't know the percentage he has. I always make like the joke with him, like, oh, you got like, you know, a hoof of the horse. But he posts a lot about it. Like, it is something Griffin cares about, you know, like, and he cares about the horse. Like, he's at the stables all the time. Like, he's going in just like, I always just see him brushing like the horse's mane or whatever, you know, like he's always just there and hanging out with the horse. So it's definitely something he cares about, and it's very Griffin coded. You know what I mean?
It is very Griffin coded
to go and be a part of this. So I'm sure I'll give him a text. I'll ask him what's that purse look like for him off that 1.5 milli.
Yeah, that I'm so interested about that. Would you ever? I guess I don't really understand how it works. So like, the horses race obviously, and when they win the cash prize, like you just win money. You make money based off if your horse wins the race. Like otherwise, you just kind of lose money.
Yeah, it's not really. It's not much of like I don't think like a money making business unless you're like into like breeding and selling the horses, right? Because they're so expensive, those like race horses.
Yeah.
Now I don't know a ton about the space. I think it's cool, but I think to like go in and be a part of it, I'd have to do a lot of research. And also like I know that there's times where like the horses haven't been treated super well either.
Yeah.
Right? Like in like the racing and whatnot. And not saying that happens with all of them. I know that there's horses that get definitely really taken care of, and you know, there's all probably like varieties of it. But I just want to make sure, like, you know, if I'm involved in a horse, that horse better be getting a sweet life.
Yeah, better be having the best life ever, the best time ever.
Yeah, I don't want that horse having a bad life.
I don't think you have time for a horse.
I don't think I have time for a lot of things.
Okay. Mikaela and her husband, Cody. Do you know who Kayla Nogueira is? I don't know if I said her last name right at all.
Yes, maybe.
The girl that's like Kim Kardashian.
Is that her quote? Is that a thing she does? Is that her thing?
I mean, she's a makeup influencer, but she went super viral for the trend. People trying to say Kim Kardashian like her because she has a really thick Boston accent. She's like, Kim Kardashian.
I know who this is. 100%.
Yes. So she came out with a makeup line, but for the past, like, I don't know, 5 or 6 months, she's been really depressed on TikTok, and she like kind of opened up about it, but she didn't say why she was. So people now, after her makeup brand launched, got really upset with her and thought that she was like clickbaiting, using like her depression for views, and that she was kind of just like lying about the whole situation. So she finally shared that her husband had been struggling with addiction and he relapsed over the past couple of months. So she says that her husband Cody relapsed in April 2024. She had to call the police on him several times because she thought he was going to die. And she also like made him move into a new apartment a few months ago because she couldn't be around it and felt like he needed his own space to be sober. And then all of a sudden in 2024, she was begging for him to go to rehab. And in the beginning of March, he finally decided to go. So they're still fully together, and people were just, it was kind of awful. She came forward with being like super upset and something that she can't talk about, and everyone was kind of saying like she was lying, she was using it for views and likes, and she was finally like, no dude, my husband's in fucking rehab.
Right.
Yeah,
you never know what's going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, so that's a big story. I'm happy for Cody, and I'm happy for Mikaela because she seems to be doing better than she was a little bit ago.
They all get good.
This page is very sad, Josh. There's like 3 very sad stories in a row.
Dang, okay. All right.
Do you know anything about the Kayla Malecc situation?
No, I do not.
Okay, so this one's really sad. And honestly, I don't even know if we wanted to put it on the sheet because it's triggering, it's scary, and it's like PTSD. Like when I couldn't even watch her YouTube video, and like her videos are insane. So she is a really big influencer. I know her through like her makeup videos. I kind of like fell off and didn't know that she like started dating this guy named Evan Johnson, who was also on social media, and they were like a public couple. People liked them together. So she opened up on TikTok about her abusive relationship with her ex-boyfriend, Evan Johnson. She first opened up about it with a Notes app post saying that her ex had tried to kill her, physically and mentally abused her. She decided to release a video sharing her story in hopes to help other women out of abusive relationships. She shared her whole story on TikTok and on YouTube, and she also shared videos of physical abuse that she had documented when it happened. She shared videos of her destroyed house and car as well. Josh, I'm not joking. These videos were like some of the most horrific shit I've ever seen. Like beating the shit out of her. She thought he broke her jaw, like would cornered her in a bathroom and was like just saying the most heinous foul shit while she's screaming for help. And then she had this story where she went to the nightclub with all of her friends and her best friend is a gay man and they're like besties. And her boyfriend was like, he's not gay. I know you guys are secretly fucking. I know you're secretly fucking. And in the club, like screamed at her and was like, twerk on him right now. Like, fuck my girlfriend right now. Took them into the back room, pushed them, assaulted them both. Then they went home from the club and she didn't know that her roommate was home. He took her into her bedroom, got on top of her, strangled her until she literally, like, her last breath of air was like, help. And her roommate came in and he got off, but like she was about to die and her roommate saved her life. And this dude was just the most awful and then would post on social media like that he's the cutest, sweetest boyfriend. And she finally got out of the relationship, posted about it. Super sad. But I really do feel like lately there is a movement of like women not being scared to talk about things. And Kayla also talks about how it's like a lot bigger than her sharing her story and it's about helping other people get out of theirs. So I'm really proud of her for sharing it. And Evan Johnson, I'm pretty sure he was just arrested. Hopefully he stays in prison forever and people like him, I'm going to say it, should die. And I hope he dies.
Wow. Yeah. No, that's a different type of evil.
Yeah, horrible.
I'm glad she's out of the situation. I'm sure that was, a terribly dark time for a long time. So
terribly, terribly awful. We love you, Kayla, and we hate you, Evan Johnson. Another super sad story. Well, this is more drama and then there's sad involved. Are you in any world seeing this shit? Because it's kind of like, it's all over the world now, but it's the Anna Paul and the Mikaela drama.
Yeah, I randomly get like videos that pop up in my timeline, but they're never like those two girls. It's always like somebody else talking about the situation or like roasting one of them or saying something about maybe like someone's eyes being too far apart.
Yeah.
So like I don't get like the whole thing. I just am randomly getting sent clips every once in a while.
Wait, that is perfect that you said that because this goes to my point exactly. I feel like everything on TikTok about this is that shit. It's like people talking about the eyes too far apart or that Anna called one of her fans fat and sweaty or like just like stupid shit that doesn't matter. But in this, like the whole spawn of the drama, I guess, like I don't even know if you want to call it drama, but was that Mikaela was dating Anna's boyfriend, whose name is Addis. Addis is a convicted rapist, like convicted. And
it's not a great choice of a boyfriend.
Definitely not. And he also like abused Mikaela. So Mikaela came forward and was just like, gave you all the receipts about Addis, how terrible he is, like literal convicted rapist, horrible person. A bunch of other girls came forward that dated him in the past, knew him in the past with their stories. Like I said, convicted, not alleged. And Anna Paul knew all this, who is his sister. So she would promote him in all of her videos, would always hang out with him, act like he was the best person in the world, always giving him a platform, like trying to discredit all of the girls that came forward about stories with him. And then Mikaela came forward and was like, no, fuck you. You give a rapist a platform. But no one's really talking about the rapist at all. They're just talking about the two girls. And Addis just kind of gets to get off scotch-free. And people just talk about the eyes too far apart and people calling people fat.
Dang.
Yeah. So this is like three big bummers.
Yeah, just back to back to back here.
Back to back to back.
Let's aim for less. Aim for less of that in 2025.
Please, can we just, those all just revolve. I mean, besides the Mikaela and Cody one, that's like a totally separate issue.
Yeah,
but the other two just revolve around terrible
just, like,
men.
Get better men.
Like,
just
please.
Get better.
Can we just get better men? Can we take a page out of Jay's book? Can we just be more like Josh this year?
Let's be better. Let's not abuse. That's a good starting point. Let's start there.
Bare minimum.
Let's go no abuse. And then in 2026, we'll start adding in a couple compliments here and there. All right? 2025, Let's try to go no abuse. Let's make it to the end of 2025, no abuse. Maybe you throw in a couple I loves yous. You buy her flowers on Valentine's in 2026. We'll slowly start implementing this routine.
Yeah.
And we're going to David Goggins this love shit.
Yep. Or here's this. If you hate women, you're probably gay, so don't date them.
Right.
Maybe if you hate women, maybe you're gay. And maybe you
dude.
should stop dating women if you hate them.
Or get castrated or something.
Love that. Watching Game of Thrones again. Castrate these motherfuckers.
Go get castrated.
Yeah. Or I want their heads on spikes. I'm in my medieval time. And
Oh, wow.
I think we should bring back beheading for men like that.
Right.
But that's
Well,
just
if
me.
we went back into medieval times, you wouldn't actually even have a say on.
I would
situation.
be having Arya Stark. I would be Arya Stark. And I would have a sword. Or I'd be Brienne of Thar. So I think I would have a sword.
You'd have a sword?
Yup. I was also saying, I wish guns and bombs and shit were never made. I think war should be.
Well, I don't even know if that's that hard of a take.
No, I mean, I don't think it's a hot take, but
Gosh.
I think war should be fought with swords. It's way more honorable. To go into combat, physical combat with a sword, it's like the best of the best are really going to win. There's no honor in sniping someone.
No. That's why the samurai got eradicated.
It's like, what the hell? We should fight with swords or bare knuckles.
Oh, trust me, samurais and ninjas
Less people
are
would
way
die.
cooler.
Way cooler.
Way cooler.
Way cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've just been thinking about that a lot. We did ask for hot take submissions.
We did.
From you guys, and you guys gave us a lot. So let's go through them.
Yeah, let's run through a couple of them. The first one struck me by surprise. I wish Locke died in White Lotus.
Not a hot take. I agree.
What?
It was crazy that he came back to life. I feel like it would be more like gut-wrenching and a shock that he died. Like, he shouldn't have came back to life.
I think I love how they did that. They gave you a little throw. You're always used to, like, you know, one of the main characters dying. So you're like, oh fuck, that's the main character. Okay, I guess it won't be the other people. And then when the other people die, it gives you even more of a shock. So I kind of liked it.
All right. So yeah, next one. Tana and Brooke on the rocks. They aren't even friends, and they admit they've never hung out without filming. Whoa. They've never hung out without filming?
That just doesn't seem true to me. I feel like I've seen them together, but maybe that's when, like, they've been at events. So
they're
that's
filming.
a little different. Yeah.
I mean, if you publicly say you guys don't hang out without filming, you probably are on the rocks and not friends.
Yeah, it also seems like something that doesn't really become a hot take anymore, just like information that they've fed the world.
Yeah, they kind of said it themselves.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, shit. Maybe we'll have one of them on and they can talk about it.
Yeah. What we got next, Jay?
Camilla coming for Alix Earle was such a privileged thing to say. Camilla just likes to beef.
Boom. I think we literally said that was kind of like...
Yeah, I think we had a similar take. I don't know if she likes to beef. I just think that it was like a... I just think it was like a clout move. I think it was just one of those things.
Yeah. It's so weird how people are trying to cancel Chapel for saying people with kids are miserable. It's true.
I don't know if that's what people are trying to cancel her for, right? And I don't know if people are people trying to cancel her? I think people throw that cancel word around a little bit too much. I think people were more just like, it wasn't canceled. It was people were unhappy with her overall attitude, I think.
I agree.
What it was.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is like, you got so much good shit going on and you're negative about everything and shitting on like all this other stuff. It's like, be a little positive for once. Enjoy this life you got.
Yeah.
I think that's more what it is.
I really don't think everyone with kids are miserable. I mean, I don't have kids, so I don't know, but I just don't think everyone is.
I think it's like, when I hear that, I'm like, dang, that's really sad because you guys must have just been surrounded by that because that's obviously what you're talking. That's super unfortunate, but I know so many families that are super happy with kids.
Yeah.
And are like, my life didn't start till I have kids. So I don't know. I think that might just be a childhood trauma maybe that some people have.
Yeah, I think it's like a person by person thing.
Yeah.
We can't speak.
It's always off
for
personal experience. It's all personal experience.
Yeah. All right, what do we got next?
The TikTok Justin and Haley group chat skit is the PR move to distract from the Bieber drama.
Oh. I mean, not a bad thing, but then more people are kind of talking about it.
You also just can never escape you can never escape the Bieber drama.
Ever.
If Bieber's in drama, it takes over everything.
Yeah. He's trolling. I mean, he is trolling the fuck out of everyone right now. I think.
What was the audio he used on his story? Like fat, juicy, and wet.
Yeah.
Wet.
Yeah. And he did like when someone gets
up.
engaged or the girl gets engaged. Like with the meme, he's out of his mind right now.
He is out of his mind.
How do you know this? This person said Bri still pays for Planet Fitness in Strongsville, Ohio. Now that I think about it, I never canceled my membership from college.
That's
Fuck.
wild.
I gotta cancel
Do her
that.
a favor and cancel it for her.
But I think this is
give her
the
a little
thing. I
cancel.
think you have to go in person and do it. And I haven't been back to Strongsville in like a couple years.
Yeah, that's tough. That's just gonna be a whatever $15 fee that you're gonna have to eat for the rest of your life.
I gotta cancel that. That's being bad with money. That's friggin' funny. All right, what do we got next?
Selena seems like a brat and is obsessed with Haley and Justin.
I'm not saying anything.
It's such a divided place to be. I don't know if that's that hard of a take though.
I don't think it's hot. I think it's kind of cold.
I think like a lot of people think that. I think they're all obsessed with each other though.
Yeah, I think they're all literally insane.
They clearly are all obsessed with each other. All they do is like make albums about each other and talk about each other all the time. That means their personal and work life is completely consumed by all of each other.
And I think when you're so famous, like we've kind of talked about it before, they really have nothing to do than to be like cooped up and it's just fed to them in all their comment sections, everything.
Yeah.
Like it's the whole narrative online. Like they probably don't even know what they believe or what's true or what they think because they just read so far into it and they're all just like, do we hate each other? I don't even know if I feel this way, but I guess we have to. Like they're all probably just driving each other insane.
For sure.
The Remy Badar drama isn't that deep and people need to stop being hurt. People are really hurt though, so you can't really tell people not to be hurt. But like, I could see why.
I don't even remember what her beef was about, so it seems like to me it's probably not that deep. But I don't know what it was about.
She's getting heavily canceled for getting weight loss surgery, and her fans are claiming that she lied to them about it, but she's like, I didn't lie, just really needed the time to heal and do it for me and share it on my terms when I was ready. So people are like, she doesn't owe you anything, but others are like, but she did build her platform based off of like plus size people that look up to her. So it's kind of just, I don't know. It depends on which side of the fence you stand on.
I see that.
But yeah, what's next?
Mean celebs versus nice ones. Share your best interaction and worst interaction.
Mean. Nice ones. Bert Kreischer, awesome.
Yeah, agreed.
Casey Affleck, awesome. I really don't have bad interactions with people.
Yeah, I've had like maybe like one. I one time was on the plane at the same time as, and it didn't even happen to me. I just witnessed it. But I was on the plane at the same time as Jack Harlow was. Mm-hmm. We were coming back from Indy 500 maybe or something like that. And he's in like the row across from me. And I like put my bag up, put it in like the container above the seat. And the other person comes in to, go and put their bag above the seat. They're sitting beside Jack Harlow. And they kind of like, they even asked him, I believe, first, but I think he had like headphones on. They were like, or he was like sleeping, one of the two. And they were like, can I like move the bag? It doesn't say anything. So they just like move it to the side to like be able to fit their bag in because his bag was placed, another bag was placed. They weren't really beside each other. It was taking up more room than it needed to, right?
Yeah.
So the person moves it and he starts like he like sees the guy moves it and is like, why the fuck are you touching my stuff? Like kind of like started like getting like a little weird about the guy moving his stuff around and like just like was like this really weird quick interaction. Now again, just coming off of like Indy 500, could be like wicked hungover, tired, like you know what I mean, just like catching someone at the worst possible time. So not gonna like hold that against him or be like that's the type of guy he is. But I remember seeing that and just being like, damn, just because he like
touched your bag
like a little bit,
yeah,
like just to like put his stuff in and wasn't. trying to wake you up. I don't know how I feel about that, but whatever. I guess that's the only thing I've ever really had, though.
Yeah, I've only ever had like bad interactions with influencers. Not so. I feel like celebrities are always overly nice.
That's that PR training.
Yeah, for real.
Cool. All right, BFFs Corner. The TikTok bill extended for another 75 days. You're welcome.
You're welcome. That was us. That was all us. We did it all.
That was us. So enjoy that stuff for about 75 more days until we got to go back to DC, get it another 75-day extension. So I think we're just going to have to continuously be going down there.
Every 75.
Every 75 days.
75 hard challenge. Just
it's
Josh
our
and Bri.
hard 75, except the difference between everyone else's and ours is it takes place on one day, and it's the 75th day every 75 days, and we go up against senators in keeping TikTok
And we have
alive.
no actual pull at all, but it's fun, and we saved TikTok.
Well, clearly we have pull because TikTok was just saved.
Yeah, actually, we did that right here.
Yeah,
fist
I'm
bump.
going to put that in my Instagram bio right now.
You're not fist bumping me at all.
Oh.
Thanks. We saved
No
TikTok.
problem. Yeah. Good for us. So update about the boy staying with you this weekend?
Update about the boy. Can I be honest for a second?
Sure. I would hope.
He is awesome. He's amazing. I kind of talked to you about this, like not on the pod, just like in general. I genuinely don't think I'll ever be able to be in a relationship again. So, I just think I'm emotionally unavailable.
Yeah. I can agree with
I
that.
told him this. He's a great guy. Someone awesome deserves him, but I am still healing.
Not awesome.
Yeah, I am still healing. Thank you. Not doing awesome. So.
No, I think that's important, Bri. I don't think there needs to be anything that happens quickly. You can be single for like longer than 6
No,
months.
I think
That's
I'm
okay.
going to be single for a long time. I'm actually really enjoying
And
it.
that's also okay. It can be a year. It can be 2. It can be 3.
I think it's
It's not a
important
bad thing.
to focus, like just to be honest with yourself, because I could jump into something because these
I think
people are great, but
just-
I shouldn't.
I just think you just shouldn't look for it. I think it'll find you when it finds you.
I totally agree. So yeah, that's it, right? Oh, Josh. Oh, I also shared a video talking about the negative comments on BFFs from a TikTok clip last week. So I guess I'm a big, huge fatty. Everyone was calling me big, huge fatty in the comments.
But just because of your weight, or
Yeah. Well, yeah. Why else would they call me big, huge fatty?
well, I guess I'm just a little bit confused on the fat of it all.
Me too. They said that my face is fat and I'm disgusting and I'm fat now.
Was this something about people saying like they can tell you're drinking because your face is swollen?
They're saying that I gained 20 pounds. I drink so much and I'm so fat.
Did you gain 20 pounds?
Yes, and I talked about it. I had an eating disorder and I opened up about it. And I was like super underweight. And then I gained 20 pounds like healthily. I was actively trying to gain 20 pounds. And now I look way better and way healthier. My bones aren't hanging out. And people want to comment. When I was so skinny, all the comments were, she's so skinny, she looks like she's going to die. And now my BMI is literally still underweight. And people are calling me big, huge, fatty fuck.
Well, big, huge, fatty fuck. I don't think it's really something that you need to worry about.
No, I don't need. I just think it's insane. Like no matter what, so your women's bodies are always going to be talked about. Big, huge, fatty fuck.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Women's bodies will always be talked about.
I've never seen one motherfucker talk about how you look or your body on the comments.
You must not look very hard.
What?
I think
What do
that's
they call
the thing.
you?
I think, well, typically I just get the reverse where it's like, oh, built like a teenage boy, or like, like sometimes I'll just get like the chicken drumstick emoji thrown up implying that I have like chicken legs. So like I still get, stuff that like hits a little bit, but what the fuck? I don't care.
Well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just.
What are they gonna do?
It's just like, what the heck, guys? Stop talking about people's bodies.
Yeah, it's too bad.
All right, guys, quick commercial break. So everyone is pointing out that I maybe need to work out and that I'm not looking my best. And you know what? I say to that, That's not nice, and you should never do that. But I have been working out for myself and doing it on my time, on my dime, because I want to feel healthy. I want to look good while I do it, and I want to be comfortable while I do it. And I can do that with my Vuori clothing. So Vuori is incredible, versatile, and comfortable, perfect for whatever your day brings. So it's designed to look great beyond the gym, whether you're running errands, headed to the office, or meeting up with friends. They have like super cute clothes that you can also work out in, but who just doesn't want to be comfortable and also have comfortable clothes on? So they have the softest joggers. Their Dream Knit Performance joggers are the best, and they're the softest on the planet, and they're effortless wardrobe essential. So Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they're offering 20% off your first purchase. So you can go get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/BFFs. That's VUORI.com/BFFs. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. And not only will you receive $20 off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping to any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. That's pretty epic. And like I said, these clothes are really comfortable, and you can work out in them, or you could wear them wherever you're going. Go to vuori.com/BFFs and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions. Let's get back to the episode. You see this video about you, buddy?
Yeah. I learned actually from this video that apparently I cheated on Gabby.
Wait, I haven't seen this. I only saw the headline.
Title?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's watch this fucking stupid video.
In this house, Josh Richards cheated on Gabriella Mora. The internet is shook after rumors surfaced that Josh in this house cheated on Gabriella Mora. The internet is absolutely shook that rumors surfaced that Josh Richards cheated on Gabriella Mora, and is not just with anyone, but with Addison Rae, according to sources. Josh and Addison met up after a party last weekend and secretly planned to spend time together in this house. That seemed like another night and turned into a massive betrayal. Gabriella later revealed that this wasn't the first time Josh had been unfaithful, leaving her heartbroken. "I loved him with all my heart," she reportedly said. "Now I can't even look at him." Fans are divided. Some are supporting Gabriella, while others are demanding an explanation from Josh. Neither Josh nor Addison has publicly addressed the situation. The drama is only growing. Reports suggest that Gabriella found out through messages on Josh's phone, confirming her worst fears. She also revealed that close friends had warned her, but before that she refused to believe it. Now, with the truth exposed, people are questioning Josh's loyalty. Will he try to win Gabriella back, or is this the final straw that breaks the relationship for good? The internet is waiting for answers, and this scandal is far from over. Wow,
Yeah,
Jen, what the fuck?
What can I say, man? Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Gabby. Sorry, Bryce. No, that's yes. It was so stupid. I saw that video and I was like, "What the fuck is going on, dude?"
That's like a group chat. Like, that's just like,
I haven't been to a party in so long either. I was like, I was looking at that and I was like, "What?"
it's kind of like a Wattpad.
Yeah, I was thinking about it though, and I was like, because I think that account just makes like a bunch of those like videos.
Yeah.
Like they just wildly put out like these like this person cheating on this person. Like with like I saw a Bryce video about it. I saw like there's like all these videos. I wonder if they're gonna just get like a lucky guess one of these times.
And get
Like
it right.
they're gonna end up like ruining somebody's relationship. Well, I guess they wouldn't be the one that ruined it. The person cheating would have been. But you know what I mean? Like bring light to like this
like
thing.
catching
and, like, Yeah.
someone.
Like putting out this like huge lie, and it just happens to become the truth. Would be pretty hilarious. But yeah, no, obviously a lie.
Wait.
I don't feel like I almost even have to address that.
Well,
but-
obviously not. But did Gabby see it, and was she like, "What the fuck is
Yeah,
this?"
she saw it. She didn't. I don't think she was just like, "Did you see this video?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Ha." Oh.
It's kind of funny. It was dramatic.
Yeah, it didn't really go anywhere, but that's that.
That's that. I think that's everything. That's everything on our sheet today.
Do you guys,
All
we
right.
actually have a slideshow of just like comments if you want to read a few quick comments.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
End it out.
Read some BFFs comments about
Let's
how
read some
fat I
BFFs
am.
comments. Did you guys actually put those in?
I don't know. We'll see. As one of Bri's biggest fans, I've never talked about a boy, is insane. Bri thinks she's not boy crazy, is hilarious, lol. But what I'm saying is, like, after, I know I've
what
talked
I'm
about
saying.
boys, but I've always been in a relationship, and after this, I haven't had like interest in a guy other than Vermont guy Bard.
How about that guy from the reality show?
What reality show?
Wasn't there a dude from a reality show that you kissed or
Wes,
something?
but yeah, but I was like, that's my friend. I don't have any interest in him. I can smooch a boy and not have interest. Isn't that like what literally everyone does?
I don't smooch boys that I have no interest in.
Whatever, I'm fucking done.
All right. Boy, crazy. I'm 41 and need Dave back. No disrespect. Just a long time stoolie, brick by brick. Move on. He's not coming back. Like, you're 41. Yikes. Damn. All right. We got our people going against each other here. I don't really take that as disrespect. If you're 41, I understand why you would enjoy Dave's point of view.
Yeah.
It would feel more relatable. So I don't think that's disrespectful. Taylor, I appreciate you, though. You're having our back, and I appreciate that, Taylor.
Yeah.
But lay off Chris D'Amico, all right? Chris D'Amico he's just trying to give his
41
opinion.
and he misses Dave, but like he really ain't coming
misses
back.
the guy.
Go
He
watch
just misses the guy,
pizza reviews.
and that's okay. All right, next one. Josh couldn't even wash his hair for this. Guys, I actually had just like stepped out of the shower, I think, on the last podcast. I did that
Well,
again
this one
today.
was on the video of the DC stuff, so. You're
Oh,
lying.
definitely. I definitely stepped out of the shower before we did the DC stuff too. My hair was wet when I showed up.
You just showing up to all the functions with wet hair.
I think that's just what happens a lot. Like, I think I just leave my shower to the last second, and then it's like, my hair I didn't really get to style it, so it's just gonna be wet and like dry,
Wet
kind
and
of
greasy.
So, that's that.
Comments on the D-Subs. Isn't he Canadian? Aren't you guys
Aren't you
Canadian?
guys- I'm Canadian.
I'm American.
Yeah, but I'm still gonna save TikTok for America.
Yeah, he's the
even
king
though
of TikTok.
even though you guys, over here in America have said some questionable things about Canada recently. We're not a 51st state. We're our own country, and we're proud of that, all right? But I'm still here. I'm still here to help. That's just what Canada's all about. We just help, no matter what.
You're like an honorary American by this time. Like, you've lived how many years here?
I've been here 5 years.
That's honorary American in my
I
eyes.
do have a green card. So, yeah, I would say a green card is essentially being an honorary American.
Yeah. It's a card
I'll
of
be able
honor.
to get citizenship in like 2 years, I think.
Oh, let's
3
go.
years. Yeah. Become a dual citizen.
This is on the DC stuff. Please don't tell
Yeah.
me you really put the water from the reflection pool in your mouth. Y'all, that water is dirty. Do not put it in your mouth.
Yeah, I'm a genius. And actually thought, why don't we put this in reverse? So we lick our fingers first, then the water. That's a good little camera trick for you people back at home. You can throw things in reverse, and all of a sudden they aren't what they seem.
We duped ya. Funny thing about
Get
that is
pranked.
I was ready to actually drink the water. I thought that's
Yeah,
what we
Bri
were
just
doing.
wanted to drink the water.
Well, you were like,
Disgusting.
let's put our fingers in and go. And I was like, all right, I'll do it. And then I went to go do it.
Disgusting.
And you were like, no, we're putting it in reverse. I was like, whoa, that is a good idea. I didn't think of
Yeah.
that. That's why Canadians, we need a
Disgusting.
Canadian DC.
Yep, that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Thanks for the comments, guys. Thanks for not putting in my fat comments. That's nice.
Make sure you get a couple of them in the next episode.
Yeah.
Though.
Ugh, whatever. Fuck y'all. I've been bulking up for Coachella. I'm on my way,
All right,
bitches.
gain season.
Wait, it's gain season. We're going to Coachella this weekend. We're gonna be
yeah.
in person. You guys, I think we're gonna have some fun. And the pod people, our listeners, they like it better when we don't really have guests, unless it's like Griffin or Gabby or people like that. So we'll try to stick to that this weekend in Coachella for you guys.
We'll figure it out for y'all.
Yeah, for you. We do this all for you. God bless this country. Wait, get me back to God's country. I'm out of here. Bye.
Get me back to God's country.
Bye, Jay.
Bye.